NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's second-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot from the rough, it's on the way. Frank, this is where a round can get away. You've just knocked it OB.
Yeah, that shot's never going to come back now, so he doesn't want to compile the error.
Can add up quickly, Frank. This already his fourth shot.
Yeah, time to knuckle down. He really wants to hit one of his better shots right now. Yeah, that was a little over-ambitious.
All right, now another shot from the rough.
Yeah, this time better be better than the one we just saw. Well, that's a smart shot. A lot of people would have tried to be a little more heroic from there, but there was no need.
Back on the fairway, back in play. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
In the greenside bunker here, Frank. Nice to go to the beach, but not too often, we hope.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Time to pick up and move on. Let's go over to the fifth hole. This has not been pretty so far in the second round. Frank, what are you seeing?
Ball's just going everywhere, out of control, really. A lot of poor decisions. So right now, we better see a turnaround. Second shot.
So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
And getting ready for the putt. That's good work right there. Just a tap in. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, too bad. He gives one back. Frank, back in 1998, by any chance, do you remember exactly how many golf balls John Daly hit into the water at the sixth?
It was half a dozen.
Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished.
Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Has to regroup, playing his fifth shot after hitting it in the water.
Yeah, it's not all lost, once again.
Never a pleasant moment, the drop after you've gone into the water, but here we are. Number 7, and nothing lucky about this one, Frank, after hitting it in the water.
It's really starting to get away.
Frank, not easy to keep your eye on the target when you've just splashed down.
Yeah, but on the flip side, too, one bad shot doesn't have to lead to two.
Now the 9th shot after the last one found the... Frank, you've just hit one in the water. You don't want to compound the mistake. What's the mindset here?
This one right here, you've got to forget that big blue oasis in front of you.
Breathing a sigh of relief, you've made it through the par 5 without getting wet. Now you're at this par 3 7th, Frank.
You've got to guarantee a carry at least 7 or 8 yards onto this green, because that's where that bunker is on that right. It cuts in 7 yards.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Well, he's on the green, but still plenty of work left. About a 25-footer coming up. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Getting ready to tee off here at the 8th. Frank, this hole has it all. Dogleg, bunkers, water. How do you successfully navigate it?
It's such a pretty looking hole, Rich. That bunker down the left just sort of pops out and you see it. So you can either work it off that to the right, either that or just aim a little right. But be careful of those trees on the right.
The second shot now to the par 4. Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank. That ball is lost in the water. After hitting it in the drink, this is the 4th shot.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. The scorecard is quickly adding up.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it. Rich, too much grass between...
Frank, you've just hit one out of bounds. What's the way to approach this next shot?
Try and get the steam out of your ears for a start.
8's too many.
In this situation. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Frank, this ball's in the rough. You like to hinge just a little bit quicker on the takeaway when the ball is down like this?
No, when it's down, you've just got to make sure that you wind up almost like you're hitting a tee shot. This is not one to be dallied with. You've got to hit it powerfully, and you really have to focus on that club getting through the grass, past the ball, and out the other side.
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. Well, you can see the golfer is just boiling right now after that miss. And a drop shot here at the 9th. Getting set now over the putt. Yeah, that really hurts, Frank, missing the bogey putt.
Yeah, now time to get the handkerchief. Double bogey coming up.
Just a sloppy hole, no other way to say it, and it results in a double bogey. So that is the end of the second round, and unfortunately, the end of the tournament for our featured player, missing the cut.
Well, they certainly didn't hit the magic number here for the tournament. Fell below the cut line, and they just couldn't make it back. There's always next week.